Okay, and welcome back to the bench, Fred B. Radio. Um, this isn't a real long video. This is just going to do a visual inspection of the E.F. Johnson Viking II. So, again, it's just a visual inspection. I've never worked on a Johnson, any of the Johnson product, E.F. Johnson products. So, this is a first for me. I did watch a lot of the videos, D-Lab Electronics, who does work or has worked on many of the E.F. Johnson Vikings, the Rangers, things like that. So that's where I've gained the bulk of my knowledge on working on these. So with that, let's get into this. Take a look outside. The transmitter is still outside. I did record the video that I'm going to show you. It needs to be cleaned before I bring it into the house. So I think we've got some spiders living in it, and would like to get them out before I bring them in. You know, the family of spiders that's in the house, I don't know how well they would mix. So with that, let's get into it and see what we're in for. Okay, so here is the Johnson Viking II. You can see it's pretty dirty on the outside. I think it'll all clean up nice. Missing paint up here. Let's see. I'm going to pause you. I'm outside, so I'm going to pause this. And it pretty much looks as dirty on the inside as it is on the outside. Oh my God. But if you look down in there, there's the sticker. There's the sticker that shows that this was factory built. So I kind of got my work cut out for me. Roller inductor turns, I should say. Switch turns. I don't know, this is pretty tight down here. I don't know what we're doing there. That's moving. And this one seems to be pretty tight. So we're gonna have to get that all worked on. A lot of stuff to do on this one. And let me see if I can take the cover off the bottom and see what we're looking at on the bottom. And I could tell somebody's been in it because there's a lot of screws missing. There's only, I think, 4 or 5 screws holding the bottom on. So let me get that off and see what we're in for. Okay. So looking inside, it doesn't look like it's been hacked to death. The audio section looks, again, I refer a lot to D-Lab Electronics. He does a lot of this stuff. This all looks original. All of these wax caps are going to be changed. This looks like it could be original. Not sure about this. Again, this was factory built. There is a fuse in here, which I'm not sure if factory put that in. I don't remember seeing that in some of the videos I've watched from D-Lab. Other than that, I mean, it looks pretty pristine. I don't see any hacking that's been done here, which is awesome. It's going to make my job a lot easier. Again, here's the, I think it's a 10K resistor, variable, to adjust grid current. I believe it's grid current. Looks original, which is good for me. Yeah, this looks really good inside. I don't see a lot of hacked up work. This something might have been done over here. I'm not sure. The only things that I can see in here could be this. Again, I don't know if this is original. It looks like it's been turned and worked around, and so I'm not quite sure on that. This one here definitely looks original. These loops all look good. I don't see any burned wires. We'll get in here, we'll check this out. I gotta blow this thing out though, because there's no way I can work on this the way it is. I'm too OCD to work on a radio that looks like this. It's gonna be a lot. I will work on cleaning up the front panel. Like I said, I can't work on something that's this filthy. So with that, let me end with this little video, now that we see what the inside of the Viking II looks like. Looks like I'll have a pretty easy go at it. Although there's some rust on this pot here. Hopefully these pots are in decent shape. I don't have to get into replacing them. Cobwebs and stuff, that's okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, E.F. Johnson Viking II, factory built. Okay, I'm just going to show this. It's always very nice to get the manuals that go along, the original manuals, not reprints. Come on. A lot of interesting things. Here's the VFO kit that I just rebuilt, the Model 122. Imagine that, $42.75 back when this was done. Okay. So I'm going to get into this. I want to jump to the back. I made some comments earlier about a couple things. This is what's nice about having originals. Let me see if I change the lighting here. That didn't help it any. Let's see. Let me see. Does that help? Yeah, maybe that's better. These are glossy, and it really shows you a lot of detail where everything is on the chassis. Now, I had said originally that the one I have outside and that we looked at was the AC finally went off, was factory built because it has that label on the inside. But this manual is kind of almost like a kit manual, because it's showing parts not in yet, where everything has to go. So I'm not quite sure. But a couple things I mentioned. One, here's the top of the chassis. And if we look real close, yes, did have a fuse holder in it, okay? And again, here's that label that I was talking about down in there. The bottom of the chassis, here's that capacitor I wasn't sure, and I'm correct. It was a replacement. So whatever this one was, it was replaced. I have to go back in and take a look. And this, I think I said a 10K. I think it's a 20K. Again, just correcting myself a little bit here. I didn't look at the parts list, but after doing the video, I'm pretty sure that's a 20K. But I'll get in and take a look at it. And yes, I just looked at the parts list. This is a 20K variable. So that's it. Again, glossy sheets, very nice. You get in and see a lot of detail on it, what's there. Always nice to have the originals. With that, thanks for watching.